The way Scott Frost has recruited, he's brought in 3 to 4 guys the last few seasons that were supposed to be playmakers. And Wan'Dale Robinson certainly has been the one guy that has been produced, has shown the production on the field to back up the expectations. Then we've got a whole host of other guys. And so I'm going to bring up one guy. Do we know anything about Omar Manning, the number 1 JUCO wide receiver in the country? Comes into the program and he's there. He's with the team.
Yeah, I mean, as far as what I know currently about Omar Manning, I think he's dealing he's been sidelined with an injury heading into the season for a while, and then he got healthy. He played in that Northwestern game. But I think he's been dealing with some mental stuff too, so I'm not really too sure. Don't want to speculate a ton on it. But I know that he's been dealing with physical injuries and mental stuff, so there's a lot of things that are hampering him right now, and it's been tough, as a Husker fan to see someone, as talented and, with the upside that he has, not be able to be on the field when Nebraska is struggling in that passing game.
3 other names come to mind when we talk about potential playmakers. Ramir Johnson had 5 carries for 28 yards on Saturday. Alante Brown had a carry, and Xavier Betts had a catch for 15 yards. Have you seen anything to give you some hope with those 3 potential playmakers?
Yeah, I think Alante Brown has some potential. I mean, he's really young. He only got 2 snaps on Saturday, and one of those being that run. So I think you could potentially see him and Xavier Betts. I think he got 22 snaps. I think it's another guy that you potentially see step up in this Husker offense as a receiver because he's got that build to be a perfect guy, but he's a true freshman. So he's really young out of Bellevue West up there in Nebraska. But, those guys need to produce. And just news as of today, a guy like Marcus Fleming, who's been another one of those high recruits out of Miami, he left the program today. He's no longer with the team. So I think you're going to begin to see that because, with Nebraska struggling like they are, I think people are there's some people that are doubting it and there's some people that are ride or die. So you're getting the people that are really bought into the program right now, staying and trying to gut it out during the tough times. And you're getting people like Marcus Fleming who are just going to move on. So, Frost wished him the best. And of course, everyone will wish him the best. But, you got to find the guys who are bought in, and the guys who are bought in are going to work hard. They're going to be the guys that end up producing in the end.
So we talk Nebraska football live with you every Thursday night at 6 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Central. So that's Thursday. Mark down the time, 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock there in Nebraska in the Midwest. So please join us. You can bring your comments, your questions, your debate topics. We have Zach on board. We got Greg Peterson from Husker Online. We got Husker Hype represented as well. It's a good time talking Nebraska football. And again, we answer all the questions and want to keep that going each and every Thursday night. So we need your support. All right, Zach, is there anybody that you've seen on the field this year, offense or defense, that gives you some hope for 2021? Maybe you've seen a little bit. Maybe they're a role player. Maybe they're on special teams that could break out and do something big in 2021.
Yeah, I'd say, the likes of Wan'Dale Robinson, we obviously know what he's got, and he produced, and he had 9 catches for 75 yards. He had 6 carries for 42 yards. He's going to continue to do that, but you need more guys to step up. I really like Xavier Betts. I think he's got potential to step up and be a big-time player. Alante Brown, you've got this slew of tight ends for Nebraska with Jack Stoll, Travis Vokalek, and Austin Allen, who made a SportsCenter top 10 catch, a big 6'8" target. But right now you're going to have to see some of those younger guys on the defensive side. I think Will Honus has really produced well. He's stepping into a big-time role. I don't know who's going to be back and who's not for next year, considering the whole coronavirus and you get the year of eligibility back. So that'll be interesting to see. But some other young guys, I still want to see Noah Pula-Gates step up at the safety position. I think he needs to get some more snaps for the Huskers, but the secondary's been performing well. I really like what Ty Robinson and Casey Rogers are doing on the defensive line, along with Damian Daniels. Those guys were beasts against Iowa. They really held a predominant running offense that usually wears you down and gets those chunk plays in the end, even if they struggle out the gates. And they did a good job of continuing to hold Iowa down in that game and really gave the offense a plethora of opportunities to win that game, and the offense just couldn't execute in the end. But you got to like the defensive performance and the defensive strides that have been made besides that Illinois game. I have no explanation for that. Like Greg said, we just forgot about that game. We're just going to act like it didn't happen because I don't really know what happened defensively there, but I do like what the defense is doing. And I think it's an experienced secondary. And I think linebackers are stepping up that have to step up. And then the D-line's been the biggest improvement on the Huskers all year.